Project Jack. Pay it forward.
Project Jack.
Project Jack.
Project Jack.
Project Jack.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Project Jack. Pay it forward.
Jack was a very special little 5-year-old boy who came to us in kindergarten. He was a sweet, gentle young man. He touched lots of lives in his very short time with us.
Jack, he's my little brother. He's our little angel on earth. He's really special to all of us.
And he was one of my best friends.
He's a very happy boy and very special to our family and the whole community.
He suffered from spinal muscular atrophy and he passed away in 1st grade.
It was agonizing. I had all 4 of the Lindemann children. I was all 4 of their children's principal. So I had the older kids when they found out about Jack's illness. It was gut-wrenching to watch his siblings accept what they were dealing with.
Spinal muscular atrophy, so that means that his muscles were weaker than everybody else's and continued to get weaker and weaker, so he couldn't do things that normal kids could do, like walk or eat normal foods and stuff like that.
It was tough, but I think because of having him in my life, it's really changed it for the better.
He was just always the happiest person that I knew.
So last year, when Jack's classmates were 6th grade students, the Lindemann family approached us, and they had money that had been sitting in an account from the memorials that were made when Jack passed away. And they wanted to do something to really signify the group of students who he did go to school with, his actual classmates. And so they sort of pitched this idea that they wanted to give each student $100 and they could do whatever they wanted to do with that $100. They donated to causes that were close to their heart, as well as things that they thought would mean a lot to the Lindemann family.
So we started the project last year, and then this year we were excited to find out that the Iowa REALTORS Foundation had picked the project up and had taken it to the state level.
The Lindemans live not too far from our home, and we heard the story going through the newspaper, and the North Scott Press put out the article about Jack and what they were doing, and just found that to be very, very worthwhile and something that we wanted to promote through the Realtor Foundation of Iowa. And as we talked through the project, I went to the board and I said, the Lindemans are willing to have us carry Jack's name throughout the state of Iowa. We were going to look for 132 schools, the first 132 that signed up. That would have used about $34,000. And I mean, they just jumped on it like mad, and it was super. The teachers have been wonderful, and the principals, and a good deal for all of us.
This year, one of our themes in our classroom is random acts of kindness. So I thought Pay It Forward could really piggyback on that. And I was really excited when I found out what Project Jack really was about. And I couldn't think of anything better to do with my class.
And we decided to tie it into our school curriculum. So we asked the students to brainstorm various causes or organizations or groups that may struggle that could use some help. And we asked them to think about how they can make a connection to those people. What can they do to help them?
Our project is we're researching books to donate to the hospitals.
We decided to, because we're language arts teachers, the reading aspect is very near and dear to our hearts. It's kind of that escape for a lot of people.
The kids at the hospital, our teachers wanted us to really be able to give them something special so that they could feel that they were loved. To kind of get their mind off what's going on around them.
We decided that we were going to give each table group $25, and they got to research a certain age group.
We looked it up on the computer and just about what books we liked, but also just books that we thought that kids would like. And it was a little bit tricky for us because we had to figure out prices, and each group only had $25 to spend. So we really had to limit our books, and I really like books, so it was hard for me to be like, oh, this is a good book, but so is this one.
It's really special because kids with disabilities and in hospitals and stuff, they don't get to go out really and play sports, especially if it's in a hospital. So getting to have them, getting something for them to have to busy their minds is probably meaning a lot to them.
My sister has Down syndrome, and so my family has really loved the hospitals, and so this is really touching to me to be able to pay it back to the hospital and just say thank you for everything that they've done.
We were awarded the grant, and so we decided to come to Meals from the Heartland.
We're here because of Pay It Forward, and we're at Meals for Our Heartland packaging meals for people that aren't lucky enough to have food.
They are packaging meals, and they're adding rice and vegetables and all those necessary things in those meals that they ship over to all the different countries around the world and packing them in boxes to be sent those places.
It's nice knowing that the people who are going to eat it don't really have food and that you're giving them food, and so it's nice to know that I'm a part of it.
We really wanted our students to just think beyond themselves and think worldwide. We really are focused on that service to community, but also worldwide, what we could do for people in other countries.
They're making pots for a fundraiser for Jack Lindemann, and these will be passed out to businesses with, actually they'll have suckers in them. People will donate towards that organization and help that out.
So both of our 6th grade classrooms applied for and were granted a Pay It Forward grant for $250, and then they each wrote a persuasive paper to persuade their classmates and a committee to choose their project for their class project.
I wanted to donate to the University of Iowa Children's Hospital because I've had relatives go there and they've had really good service.
This project means a lot because I have a friend who had issues and he had to go to the Iowa Children's Hospital to get help, and he came out healthy.
So our class was able to donate $500 to the University of Iowa Children's Hospital, and the other 6th grade class was able to donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project.
The Wounded Warrior Project is where you donate money and it goes to helping soldiers if they lost a leg, an arm, or hurt mentally.
They served for our country, and I have a family member in the services, and I know how hard it would be if he was injured.
All my grandpas have been in war, and I have a grandpa that actually is injured too. And he got money donated to him so he could go through his surgeries.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I've been in education a long time, and I've sat in on lots of fabulous lessons and feel like we've had exemplary teachers teach kids amazing stuff, and I'm not sure that I've been involved with a project or an activity that's had a deeper meaning for kids than Project Jack.
You know, we've done a lot of those through the foundation, but this is a pretty big one and has mass appeal to kids, and I think anytime you invest in kids, that's a wonderful project.
Oftentimes I think kids are overlooked, and what kids can do is massive, and it's really impacting for other people.
Especially from this Project Jack, when they researched Jack and his situation and his family situation, they learned some empathy, which is one of our curriculum goals this year, is that they really understand empathy and figure out how to make those feelings work in a positive way.
I just hope they, through this, kind of get to know Jack. I love that his story is connected with the project, so I think just getting to get a glimpse into his life would be really cool for everyone.
If he can be such a happy little guy and spread all this joy to everybody, think how great the world would be if everybody could do that.